What's crackin', movie trivia Schmoedown fans? It's your boy C-Dub Chris Woodburn. Today we got a special Ash vs. Evil Dead celebrity showdown match. This is going to be exciting. Bruce Campbell's going to be there. Let's check it out.
What's going on, guys? Now, look, we have a big announcement here. If you've been following us on Twitter, you might know about it, but the Schmoedown is going to be doing a live event. That's right. Collider presents the Schmoedown live event. Mark, when is it?
It is March 15th. Beware the Ides of March no longer, and it's right here in Southern California, North Hollywood to be specific, the El Portal Theater, 8 p.m., March 15th. Christian, back to you.
Well, you can get your tickets where, Mark?
FullScreenLive.com. Not only do you get your tickets at FullScreenLive.com, there's 3 different ticket tiers you can get. You can do the general admission, or you can pay a little bit more for a VIP level experience.
You can get the general admission, and then you can get the meet and greet ticket, or you can get the VIP ticket. So there's 3 tiers. But what are you going? Which matches are you going to see? Well, here you go. You're going to be getting the Wildberries. That's right. Makuga and Dewberry going up against the Real Rejects. You've got Greg and John. What a fun match that's going to be. Then you have the main event. Little Evil, JTE, part of the team champions, the Patriots, going up against the Outlaw, John Roca. All the matches count. If you can't make it to Los Angeles, yes, you can see it on Collider after it comes out. But you will be getting all these matches come live. If you haven't seen the Star Wars Celebration, we had a live match, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown here. Once again, you go to FullScreenLive.com.
FullScreenLive.com.
Get your tickets, and you will have the general admission will be $19.99. The meet and greet, the admission will be $45.99. The VIP experience will be $99.99. But with that, you get the whole treatment. You can go up, you sit up front. You have the whole. I mean, you explain all the tiers to you. But if you just want to come, you want to watch the show, like Mark said, general admission, $20. You come out, you watch the Outlaw versus JTE. You watch Little Evil. Excuse me. You watch the Wildberries versus the Real Rejects. It'll be a lot of fun. Come on out on March 15th.
And you get to see us, too. We're going to be hosting the whole damn affair live or in hologram form. Jen Sturger's going to be there conducting pregame and postgame interviews. It's going to be a celebration of all things Schmoedown. You never know, a special guest might pop on stage as well. We're very excited to be bringing you guys the first live Schmoedown here in Southern California at the El Portal Theater, March 15th.
Now go watch the match and other stuff. Maybe movie talk. Maybe you'll see this a lot. We'll see you later.
Shambles, I miss doing Collider Nightmares. I hope you're doing okay. You know, speaking of nightmares, the real nightmare is that some people consider you to be a horror expert. I'll have you know, I am a horror expert.
Well, I'm glad you think you're a horror expert. I've done the show Nightmares. I don't know if you heard about it.
You've done a show Nightmares. Presumably you know about horror movies. How many of the Howling sequels have you seen?
Probably all of them. Maybe the Marsupials was my favorite.
Well, all right, fine. How many of the Hellraiser sequels have you seen?
Only the good ones.
So the first 2, then?
Yes.
Not the previous...
I watched
the preceding 7.
I watched up to the 4th one. I have a guilty pleasure.
Ah, I see. Well, I see you have a little bit of horror expertise, but I'll have you know that I am an Evil Dead expert.
Well, I want to say something too off the cuff here, but I'm also an Evil Dead expert.
If you're an Evil Dead expert, you would know the name of the tie-in puppet toy for Ash vs. the Evil Dead.
Would you be talking about Ashy Slashy?
Well, I would.
Well, how about Evil Dead, the second film? What was the subtitle?
Dead by Dawn.
All right.
Well, you guys seem very knowledgeable of Evil Dead lore, history, but you need a little help. I'm here to help. I'm going to team you guys with some real experts from Ash versus Evil Dead. And if you know about Evil Dead, you'll know what that is. That's a show, soon to be in its 3rd season. Ash versus Evil Dead.
Awesome.
Only on Stars, $2.25.
Nice.
You got to download the Stars app, though. Okay. But guys, I'm going to pair you with 2 people from our show. Ray Santiago, Dana DiLorenzo, right now.
Let's do it.
Awesome.
Schmoedown alongside Schmoedown legend Mark Yodi Riley. I am Mark Ellis. It is Bruce Campbell's world. We just own property in it, Riley.
That's right, Mr. Ellis. I haven't been this excited since I last snuck into Evil Dead 2 when I was just 10 years old.
I was not that old when that movie came out, but we are here to celebrate all things Ash versus Evil Dead in this very special episode of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Celebrity Edition. Now, this all started when John Schnepp and Whitney Seibold were going at it trying to figure out who the best horror fan of them was, and who emerges from that famous Schmoedown curtain, none other than Ash himself, Mr. B. Campbell.
Oh, that was exciting. I love the two people posturing who's the better horror movie lover when I'm sitting right here at the desk, of course, but Bruce Campbell coming in, I haven't been this excited. I think ever.
It was nice of him to make a cameo in the studio, and then lo and behold, he takes it up a notch as he's known to do, and he challenges them, and he says, we got to settle this in the Schmoedown ring, but not just John Schnepp versus Whitney Seibold. Oh, no. This is going to be John Schnepp, Whitney Seibold. We're also going to have competing here today from Ash versus Evil Dead. Dana DiLorenzo and Ray Santiago are joining us live in studio. That's going to be exciting, too. You have this matchup now, and it's going to be a team match. It's going to be the team rules, Mark Riley. How do you see this match playing out?
Well, that's going to be a good question. Both Schnepp and Seibold are horror lovers. How do Ray and Dana match up with their own horror skills? That's going to be the question. But since they are a part of the Ash versus Evil Dead universe, I'm going to give them a lot of credit here and say they know their stuff.
Well, it's not our job to have questions, only answers, and I can answer this one right now very easily. So February 25th is when Season 3 of Ash versus Evil Dead drops on Stars. Make sure you check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, here to help us introduce and commentate on this very special celebrity match is none other than the star of Ash versus Evil Dead, Ash himself, the legendary Mr. Bruce Campbell! Here comes Mr. Campbell with the Schmoedown belt, no less. Rocking the Schmoedown belt, Bruce Campbell seems like he's no stranger to this format. Bruce Campbell, so excited to have you here in studio announcing this great match with us. Ash versus Evil Dead Season 3. Did you think you'd get this far, sir?
No.
Well, we're glad you did get this far.
Short answer.
I know.
This whole thing started, and it's on Stars, and you can catch it, like I said, February 25th is Season 3. What is it about this show that keeps you coming back to this character after all these years?
No.
Good.
Short but to the point.
Ash is you. And you.
Yeah.
And you. And you. He's the average man, the average guy out there, and he's got to save the world. So we are hoping that will engender a certain amount of sympathy. And to play the guy who's not from another planet, who doesn't put on spandex, he's just a regular guy. I like that as a hero. Because if Ash pulls it off, he's a real freaking hero. He doesn't have that jetpack to help him out. Well, I'll just program my spaceship. Boop, 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 boop. Take me home, Chewie. There's none of that. There's no use the force, Ash. There's like good luck, Ash. So we're going to find out Ash's limitations this season.
Ash's
which are many, but we're going to find out that he might not make it.
Ash might not make it.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
He's mortal.
He's mortal.
Yeah.
But he's got a boomstick and he's got a chainsaw.
Doesn't make him a superhero.
That's very
No,
true.
it does. I mean, that's the thing about this show is that you do feel like you're a regular guy. And obviously, I don't think that I would enter into any of these circumstances that you guys seem to tackle on the show.
Ash didn't want to.
Ash was very reluctant, but that's the thing. It's that you seem to embrace this so well as Bruce Campbell. You're here in studio with us today. You seem to love talking about this show much more so than Ash does relishing his missions that he has to go on.
I'm in a lot of debt. And if this show doesn't get picked up, I'm going to actually be competing for real.
That's why you got the belt. That's probably going to be seen at a pawn shop later on this afternoon, Mark Riley.
Well, it is what got me into the film business, this ridiculous series called Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah.
And it's been very fun to go back 25 years later when I have some actual experience and apply it to that character. Everyone's like, oh, you're the Evil Dead guy. And I'm like, God. It's like when you didn't know anything. I was 21. What did we know about anything? Now I can go back and be like George Lucas. I can fix him.
Well,
George. Two can play that game, pal.
Working out better for you than it did for Jorge.
Do you guys realize that George Lucas could actually be watching this? Because you guys think he's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
What does he do? That's the question. What does he do all day?
Watch
What do you bet right now? And he just leapt off his expensive couch and went, "That Campbell, I'll crush him." A guy swears he saw Marlon Brando on the subway in a giant poncho eating peanut brittle in a rainstorm with peanut brittle falling all over his gigantic belly, and they locked eyes on the subway. Brando gave him a look like, "Don't.
Don't out Brando.
Don't.
He's still walking around.
Don't say anything."
It's like Brando lives in an apartment still.
No, but this is when he was still alive.
Oh, God, I thought this was like last week. Somebody's claiming they saw
damn.
Brando on a subway, and I'm like, well, that's interesting.
There are guys who claim to be Brando on subways now, but no, that was actually when Brando was around.
So we have two of your co-stars here in studio with us today. What can you tell us about the talents of Dana and Ray and everything that they've been able to bring to Ash versus Evil
Their
Dead?
talents have improved.
Under your tutelage.
Well, you said it, not me.
Yeah, I did.
They're both fairly new to the business. They both have great credits, but they were both very inexperienced and foolish when they first joined the show. I lent them both money to buy. Ray bought a Gremlin, and I think Dana bought a Chevy Vega.
Okay.
I said I'm only springing about $3,000 per car.
Why
Generous but fair.
Fair is the word.
Yeah, fair.
Generous comes later.
You said Gremlin, and I assumed you were talking about a Mogwai from the movie.
That's where I was
no,
going with it too.
The
But
cart
no.
just hit me.
Yeah.
No, it's just one of the crappiest cars ever. Is the old AMC Gremlin. There was the Pacer, the Gremlin,
The Pinto.
So I bought that explode.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful with those. You can't be giving those away. So yeah, I helped them out. I'm glad that they have decided to pay me back because it was a loan.
It was a loan from the very generous Bruce Campbell.
You don't learn if you're given things. I help them help themselves to help me back.
Teach a man to fish.
And the man's going to give me a big freaking tuna.
I think that is the quote.
that is the saying, if I do remember correctly.
So to those actors, I say, where's my fat ass tuna?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got some fat-ass tuna for you guys right here because we're about to get ready for the movie trivia Schmoedown Celebrity Edition. And not only is Bruce Campbell and Mark Riley guest celebrity commentating with me here today, but be here to do the announcements for the movie trivia Schmoedown is none other. I don't know how we got him, but he's available. Mr. Bruce Campbell.
Hey! Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Representing the Evil Dead, making their Schmoedown team debut. It's Dana, the Jelly Deadite Slice and Dealer Renzo, and Whitney, the Beauty Sybil. They represent the Deadite.
All right, here they come. Look at that.
Whitney and Dana.
Oh, Ashy Slashy's here.
Ashy Slashy's in tow.
Oh my God.
And their opponents, representing Ash, Ray, El Brujo Especiale, Santiago, and Big John Schnepp, the Boomstick.
All right, now we got our good guys coming on in. He's got the chainsaw. Schnepp's bringing whatever the hell that is. Hope that gives him some good knowledge on the Schmoedown.
Is that from the show, Bruce? What is Shep holding right
No,
now?
that is the clown from Poltergeist. We're not a shared universe yet, Poltergeist and Ash versus Evil Dead.
Frankly, I'm not sure why that's here.
I don't
I think she's kind of hot myself.
It's
There's Ashley
It's not
Slashy.
really appropriate for this game.
That
but
wasn't
that's
me,
fine.
dude.
Ashy Slashy, I know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I said it was Ashy Slashy.
Ashley
And he's
Slashy.
there.
Dana and Ray, it is so nice to have you guys joining us here for the celebrity match. How do you guys feel about your horror movie trivia skills? Are you excited going into this matchup? Are you a little nervous?
Estoy listo.
Oh,
he's ready.
Hey guys, I'm ready is what he said.
Understand it. That's good.
You know what? I am terrible at trivia. I get test anxiety. I do know horror, but you know what I'm really good at? Talking smack, mother. So that's what I'm looking most forward to is the smack talk
And
today.
Talk is very
Especially
cheap.
you.
So let's move on.
Hey, John Schnepp wants to move the action right to the matchup, and we are happy to oblige. Competitors, in round one, you will hear 8 questions. You are allowed to confer with your teammate after each question is asked. Once you think you know the answer, please write down your best guess on the whiteboard provided to you. If you want to write it down, your teammate wants to write it down, your puppet wants to write it down. Whoever writes it down is fine. When we ask you to reveal the answer, please show it to the cameras. At the same time, you verbalize it into the microphone. Each question in round 1 is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question.
By the way, you're speaking to actors. So you might have to dumb this down a little bit.
I'm
1
sorry,
point.
aren't you the star actor of Ash versus?
I'm the dumbest of all.
Well, if you're the dumbest of all, Bruce, we may have made a mistake here because we actually have you administering the questions for round 1.
That's
so
right, Bruce. Are you
He
up
does
for
know
it?
how to read.
without further ado, I printed this out in extra big bold type just for you, sir.
Do as I say, not as I
Okay,
do.
and don't, by the way, make sure he doesn't cheat on the questions, because I have a feeling he might try and change something. Look at his little smile. Look
Duly
at his,
noted.
I know,
Duly
I've
noted.
worked with
I'm
him
over
3 years.
Dana, I'm over his shoulder. I'll
Thank
make sure
you.
it's on the
Don't
level.
let him- Okay.
Round 1. 80s horror. What is the name of the main villain in the Hellraiser franchise?
Oh, the Hellraiser franchise.
Talk.
Tick. Exactly.
Talk.
You get
That's
15
enough.
seconds.
They don't need that much.
Yeah.
No.
The reason is they either know it or they don't.
Exactly.
What's the answer? Who's got the right answer?
Flip it! Flip it!
Flip it!
All right, we're flipping it. We're going for it. Bruce has called it.
AKA the lead Cenobite in the first film.
That is correct.
correct.
Steph, you guys had Pinhead as well.
Pinhead.
1
We had-
point.
All right,
Get out of that.
1-1. We're off and running. Now we're going into question 2. Bruce, have at it.
Question 2. Horror/sci-fi is the category. What is Sigourney Weaver's character's name in the Alien franchise? Don't shout it out
Oh,
out
yeah,
here
everybody.
now. Tick tock, tick tock.
We got it.
All right.
We're going to go to the boomsticks first. Who had the right answer? John Schnepp, you are a part of the boomsticks and you're holding the whiteboard.
Flip it.
That is correct.
Correct. We got Ripley.
It
All
is
right.
Point.
And
They had
okay.
both names.
Ellen Ripley, full name. All right.
Still only good for 1 point, but it is a tie at 2.
I definitely came up with
Cool. Question number 3. Category Bruce Campbell films. If you don't get this right, I'll personally punch you in the face. Which famous person did Bruce portray in the film Bubba
I know it already.
Hotel?
I know.
Please write your answers down.
Dana's on it. She knows it. She's got the whiteboard.
It was not Marlon Brando.
All right. What would the answers be?
And we'll go to the Deadites first.
Elvis, baby.
Knocked it out of the park.
Elvis.
Team Boomstick.
Thank you very much.
They copied.
They got
They
it.
copy.
3
Okay, we're
points.
still tied at
Good.
3-3.
It's a perfect game thus far.
Question number 4. Category 90s horror. Name one of the 4 leads from 1997's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I can name the 2.
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
I can name.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, those are the answers, Bruce.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Well, there we go. And
You really nailed
now we could be playing on the honor system.
You know what? Here's how the game works. Is that sometimes one of our announcers is just so courteous that they're going to extend a free point because he loves each one of these teams. However, here's what we're going to do. So I'm going to give you guys each a point for that, but I'm also going to say he only read off 2 names. Can either team name, and go ahead and write it down on your whiteboard, can either team name one of the male stars?
Yes.
One of the 2 male stars.
Yes.
I was.
And just to remind him, Bruce, I know you can.
And that's what you get for giving us smack, boss.
Okay, in 5, 4,
Yum, yum.
3, 2, 1, we'll go to the Deadites first.
Freddie Prinze.
That is correct.
Oh, that's correct.
They got it. If I had a nickel for every time I gave away an answer on the show, Bruce, you are now in the great company of Mark Ellis. And now that is 5 points apiece because you guys each got the bonus point as well. So it is
Thank
5
you.
to 5. And we go on to
5.
our next category.
Question number 5. Category thrillers. Which Alfred Hitchcock thriller is about a beach community suddenly besieged by killer animals? I won't read the answer.
It's a smart move there,
Yeah.
keeping that answer hidden.
I thought we handled that recovery tremendously.
Quite
It was
well.
a good
Quite
recovery.
well.
They got a bonus
We worked
point.
it into our routine.
We should
is
do
what
this
we
more
did.
often together.
We should fail more often together.
I like failing with you,
And we
Bruce
go to
Campbell.
5.
What's the answer?
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the boomsticks.
Los pájaros.
It
All
is
right,
the birds.
They get a point.
Gee.
Deadites. The birds.
Aviones.
And we're back to being tied again. 6-6. Deadites and Boomsticks. Keeping it close.
The
When are we-
tension is unbelievable,
Wait,
George.
can
When are we going to start
Can you
playing
read the next
game?
one,
Oh.
boss? Can you read the next one in the voice of every voice you've ever done?
Please,
Fans.
boss, read it in the voice I like. The special voice I like.
Or the fans or the stars voice.
Can I just say something?
Please.
As actors, we have a lot of spare time on set. They
yourself.
think that things that they say are funny. I usually retort in some dispiriting way, and it usually stops the conversation. But anything that I were to say now to repeat the frivolity of the set, you'd sit here and go, that wasn't very funny.
I just
It was the moment
I just
under
wanted that
duress.
voice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think
They
we
didn't know what voice it
probably
was.
give
Wow.
you sympathy last regardless if you wanted to.
By the
attempt
way,
it.
guys, he did say frivolity, so he actually is not stupid.
Question number 6.
Here comes the voice.
The Evil Dead franchise. Gary Granite is his name. The Evil Dead franchise, what is Ash's last name? And the Evil Dead franchise.
Are you serious?
That's the question. Yeah, we're throwing it out there.
Riley, would you have gotten this answer?
Extra
would.
$5 for the middle initial.
Ooh.
That's $5 from your pocket,
That's correct.
not from our budget.
Do we know the full middle name?
5,
Yes.
4, 3.
I already wrote it
2,
down, but I'm right.
For an extra $5, it does appear Dana has a beat on it. We'll go to the Deadites first. Your answer is
Ashley J for Jackass Williams.
is that true for $5?
The J is correct. The jackass she can show.
That is good for a point and possibly $5 from Bruce Campbell's own personal stash. And now we go to the Boomsticks. Ashley Williams.
They
as
got
well.
it there.
All right, so here is the slate we have so far. We have 2 more questions in round 1. Each team currently has 7 points. If you guys get the next 2 questions right, there's a bonus question that we will ask because you got a perfect score. So without further ado, Mr. Williams.
Question number 7, the category is action horror. Who plays Van Helsing in the 2004 action horror fantasy film Van Helsing?
I don't think I've ever seen that Van Helsing.
It's a good movie.
Is it?
No.
No. That's
Not a
really
And it's
Good
not
movie.
just because this actor is the greatest showman on earth.
Hey, I see what you did there.
Whoopsie!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have to put down the pens.
Put down the pens, snap.
Team Boomstick. Your answer? It's a squiggly line. They did not get a point for this.
Have a blank.
Oh,
Okay.
What would you like to know?
That is shocking.
Those guys didn't get that?
They didn't even get the hint that you just lobbed over the plate.
There was a hanging
Oh, look
fastball.
at
Yeah, that thing, you
All right,
just
fool,
put it
you
on a
better
tee
be right.
ball.
Wait, I remember now.
Can I write it down?
No, you cannot.
Hey! No, you know the rules,
Deadites.
Chef.
Deadites.
Jack Hugeman.
Very
There,
close enough.
Hugh Jackman, it is written. Okay, we will take that. All right.
All right, so Hugh Jackman, despite the fact that Bruce did give you, like he said, a hanging fastball right over the plate, could not knock that one out of the park. We have one more question in round 1. Team Deadites, if you guys get this one correct, you alone will receive the bonus question. Sir.
Question number 8, category modern horror. Who plays Patrick Bateman in American Psycho? Who, I ask you?
Conferring, they are writing on the whiteboard.
I can't even
so
get this one wrong. The answer isn't even there.
There it is. So no
think I'm
hanging
learning.
softballs.
Give Campbell the answer.
No, we didn't cheat.
All right, 5, 4,
I said
They're not answering.
2. Cards down.
We're going to go to the Deadites.
Christian Bale.
Give
Christian
them a
Bale
point.
is correct.
And we go to the Boomsticks.
Rachel? I'm Bateman.
Okay, that sounds like a Batman playing American Psycho. That is a great round by the Boomsticks. Unfortunately, it was bested by the Deadites, who got a perfect round.
Perfect round for the bad guys,
in
the
round
Deadites.
1. And now we have your bonus question. This is just to you, so Boomsticks, you guys can take 5. Smoke if you got them. Your question, Team Deadites, is how many films have been released in the Final Destination franchise?
Final Destination.
5.
Bruce, have you seen the Final Destination movies?
Well, I set out to see it, but it didn't wind up to be my final destination.
4.
I set that
That's
up
not
for
a
you.
sip, that's a real one.
No,
3,
that's good.
2, 1.
Trust a man in a tie.
The man in the
Number
tie had 5, and they get
5
the
is
bonus
correct.
point.
They get the bonus.
All right. So it is now 10-8 at the end of round 1. We move on to round 2, and Bruce, I think we're seeing a lot of ability out of both of your co-stars in the show.
Yeah, we're seeing something. A lot of bull is what I'm seeing.
Now, competitors, in round 2, here's how it works. Each team gets 1 spin at the wheel. If you don't like the category you spun, which I can't imagine it given this very special customized wheel for this match that features a whole lot of a certain famous actor, you don't like that you can spin again.
I don't want that one.
Okay. Whatever category it lands on, each team gets 6 questions, okay? So you'll get 6 questions from your category, and then the Boomsticks will get 6 questions from their category. The questions in this round are worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask for multiple choice, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1. I want you all to keep this in mind. There is stealing available in round 2. So if we ask the Deadites a question and they don't know it, you guys can steal it, but you have to wait until they answer incorrectly. All right, so Deadites, you guys are in the lead. Would you prefer to spin right now, or would you like to let the Boomstick spin first?
All right, we're going to spin the wheel.
They're going to spin the wheel.
Dana.
That is a good strategy I've always employed.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
There it is.
No whammy. No, there's always time for no whammy.
There is a Bruce Campbell wedge on the wheel.
Oh, and it's looking like,
So
80s horror movies is your category. Would you like to stick with it or spin again?
Not at all.
Not at all.
We're going to stick with it.
All right.
That way, pressure's on.
Begrudgingly, Dana sticks with it. All right, and we're going to go right to 80s horror movies,
Okay,
which is my favorite.
Mark Riley will be administering the questions for 80s horror, which Whitney probably alive in that decade more so than Dana, thus his confidence in the category.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right.
Don't blow it.
Deadites, are you ready?
You can call me old man now, too. It's fine.
Yes, we're ready.
Ready, Deadites. Okay, your first question. Who played the father, Steve Freeling, in 1982's Poltergeist?
Oh, God. I'm thinking of the Exorcist.
Bruce knows it.
Bruce is going to play along and actually write
I think
down.
Bruce is going to...
Before?
Oh,
After? Before? After?
No, that's not right.
Great part.
We don't?
4,
Okay, yeah, we got it.
3,
You got it?
2. You don't have to write this down.
Okay,
you guys
good.
can just answer.
I just was like, yes.
You wanna say it?
No, you say it.
Craig T. Nelson.
That is correct for 2 points.
Who else had Craig T. Nelson? Mr. Bruce Campbell.
Bruce is playing along,
Horror movie ever.
just like everybody at home.
It's kind of in me.
Showing you how good I am here, that's all. Don't
All
like
right,
to
Deadites.
show up my cohorts.
Ready for question 2.
Oh, do we, okay. No, this is all us still.
That's
This
all
is-
you.
I
Yeah,
got
we're
it.
we're going through
Right.
number 2. In 1989's Pet Sematary, Louis Creed discovers a cemetery that resurrects the dead. What family pet does he bury first to test the theory?
Dog?
You knew this, Ellis, didn't you?
We just need the we just need the animal. We don't need the name
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because
It
names
was,
are
it was
hard.
the cat.
That is correct for 2 points.
What was the cat's name, Dana?
See McPusterson?
That's incorrect.
I know,
That's
I know the cat's name. Do you?
What's the cat's name?
It was Church. Thank you. I'm here all week.
right. Good for all
The answer,
right.
Dana, was church.
Wait, is that for real?
That's for real, yeah.
I thought you just told me I needed to go there. That's
If I were you guys, if this was my game, I'd take a couple points away.
I was,
General insubordination.
It's a fair point, but we'll move on to 3.
You
Question
get to make the
3.
rules.
Deadites, are you ready for your question?
Yeah.
Come on.
Ready.
In 1988's Child's Play, Charles Ray Lee gets turned into a murderous doll that goes by what name?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Chucky.
Yeah, I mean, is this a trick question?
this is not a trick question.
You are so mad! Chucky.
That is correct for 2 points.
Seems like both
Deadites.
teams knew the answer to
Which,
that.
by the way,
the
Chucky
table.
actually Slashy spinoff? Just saying.
I would love to see that. Please make that happen, Dana. All right, we're moving on to question 4.
Not my agent.
Who directed Jeff Goldblum in 1986's The Fly?
Dave Cronenberg.
Okay, yeah, you're on.
Dave
No, because
Cronenberg.
I'm contributing.
I'm just scannering my answers here.
And, you're
like-
playing it.
That,
Yeah,
I see what
got
you
here.
did there.
So-
Your answer?
This is
David Cronenberg.
that's correct.
It was
Another
David Cronenberg.
2 points.
Where were you in college when I had to take all
running
these
the
tests?
table.
Failing Greek history.
All right, and I would like to point out at this point of the match, there's 2 questions left for you guys in round 2. So far, you are throwing a perfect game. Overall, we've never had a perfect game.
Don't jinx it!
On any movie trivia. I'm an announcer. You guys just shouldn't talk about it with each other. 2 questions left, Riley. What's the next one?
All right, your next question. In 1987's The Lost Boys, Michael becomes a vampire by doing what?
Partying too hard.
I was going to say drugs. I was going to go drugs.
Drugs, kids.
You're
don't
both in
do
the ballpark.
drugs. Meth, not even once.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your answer, Team Deadites.
An album cover. Or ain't no bum cover.
Album cover. Interesting, but incorrect.
Okay, so now you can steal this. This is a big steal.
Call back to the show.
Multiple choice.
You can't go to multiple choice if they didn't. So you have to guess out of the blue, unfortunately.
Can you repeat the question?
We certainly can.
In 1987's The Lost Boys, Michael becomes a vampire by doing what?
Robbing a store?
It is one of their JT rules that they took.
Okay.
Doing a show for stars.
Need an answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Final answer, boomsticks.
Surfing.
Incorrect as well. I'm sorry, we were looking for
Was it farting?
drinking blood, as vampires are
Yep.
wont to do.
Yep. And that.
I thought this was Clamato.
What's a Colorado with you?
All right, we didn't run the table there. Sorry, Mr. Ellis probably jinxed you, Dana, as you said.
Yeah, maybe there
Look
was.
at how happy you were about.
There was something to that jinx, perhaps.
All right, we are going to the last question in 1980s horror movies, and it is, in The Shining, what makes Jack a dull boy?
Yeah. Wait, can I keep...
All work and no play.
Where's my typewriter? We ready?
We're ready for you.
Although I want to say, but then you have to do your Jack Nicholson impression. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
That is correct.
Wow.
For 2
Or you can
points.
say, oh, work and fucking no play.
There it is.
Makes Jack a fucking dull boy.
That's 3 points right there. And with that, Bruce Campbell has the most points of anybody in this round.
Who was playing along with us right
Christ
now?
almighty, Stan, how many fucking takes do you want to do on me chopping through the fucking bathroom door?
That was maybe the best Nicholson. I've seen them all, kids. That might be the best Nicholson impression of the bunch. And I don't know how the Boomsticks are going to follow that, but you guys need to get some points. Now, mathematically, you can end up tying them by the end of this round if you pitch a perfect round 2. In order to do that, we would need Ray to spin that wheel and get a category you want.
And we would most importantly need them to know more.
Math checks out, Bruce.
It does not appear they're going to get the Bruce Campbell
All
category.
right,
this
we
one.
landed on Thriller.
Oh.
Thriller. You want to spin again, or do you like staying on Thriller?
Wait.
Boring.
We're
Boring
gonna spin again.
category.
They're spinning
again.
again, everybody.
That
They are
seems
spinning again
unfair.
away from Thriller.
That seems unfair.
Big spin.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because this is it, right?
And again,
Oh, yeah.
this is it.
This is it. Whatever you land on, you're stuck with.
No.
And you know they want that Bruce Campbell category
Yes,
more
Ray,
than
Ray,
anything.
go for it.
It could.
You got it.
Oh!
Yes!
They land. Oh, this is a strength for John Schnepp. John Carpenter films. That's a good spin.
This is
They
a
really
huge
wanted that.
turn of events because John Schnepp does not celebrate about a lot of things, but when he spins John Carpenter, whether it's the real guy or just a wedge in his honor, he gets excited.
A warning. I was in Escape from LA, Mother Scratcher.
Oh, I know, you were the
That's- you were-
surgeon.
So don't try and pull something fancy on me.
Not trying anything.
With
Were you
your
in
little-
Escape from LA?
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was!
Good night, everybody.
Yes, he was!
Oh, hey.
Ellis!
Hey, have the Evil Dead guys on our show. We know all about their stuff.
I saw Escape from LA like 80 times because I worked at a movie theater that summer.
He was the plastic surgeon under heavy makeup.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Just done by the great Rick Baker, that's all.
just Rick Baker.
Yeah, just Rick Baker.
Rick Baker, a legend of werewolves and Star Wars fame. Okay, we're going to go to John Carpenter is the spin, and your first question of 6 is, what actor was nominated for an Oscar in the movie Starman? And you don't have to write this one down. There's no spelling involved, Schnepper Ray. You can write it down if you want to, but you don't.
They are writing it down.
You can literally just confer.
Working on movies are so cool.
Alice just read off a question that is different than the question that is on the screen. Technical error there. It happens.
Cool.
We're going to go with Jeff Bridges.
2 points.
2
and a great
points.
impression.
And 2 points for Bruce, who is playing along with us right here. He did write down Jeff Bridges.
Okay, your next question. A Plymouth Fury is a killer car in what movie?
It would be called Christine.
Oh,
4
not
points.
barely 2 seconds passed, and Schnepp has nailed it. All
Boom
right.
sticks. Okay, they are on the comeback trail. Your next question is, what words can often be seen when Nada puts on the glasses in They Live? Schnapp just writing a lot. Although he does not have to write on the whiteboard.
He doesn't have to,
He
but
prefers
obey.
to answer questions that way.
It's his process.
And we're going to
okay? It's
allow
his
him to
process.
That's
do it.
fine. The whiteboard's there. Might as well use it.
They're pitching a perfect game halfway through, or at least a perfect round. 3 more questions, and you could be tied with the Deadites. Your next question is, which Baldwin brother of the famous Baldwin family portrays Tony Montoya in John Carpenter's Vampire?
Easy. Gummo.
Oh.
Gummo. Gummo Baldwin.
Baldwin?
Yeah, he doesn't work much.
He's
No?
He's the black sheep of the family.
weird
I
they
hear.
went with Gummo after all those normal names they had for their other.
Wait, time?
5, 4,
We're going to go multiple choice.
2.
Multiple choice.
Wait.
Answer!
Yo, shut up.
Whoa.
It's getting competitive over there.
I like this.
Your
This is
multiple
happening.
choice options are.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to seal it.
Here's your multiple choice
We're
options.
doing multiple choices.
Is it
guess?
A, Alec Baldwin?
No.
Is it B, Daniel Baldwin? Is it C, Billy Baldwin? Or is it D,
Chili Willy
Stephen
Baldwin.
Can we repeat them, please?
A,
Chili
Alec,
Willy Baldwin.
B, Daniel,
Billy Baldwin.
C, Billy, or D, Stephen? Okay,
We're
we need an
going
answer.
to go with Billy Baldwin.
They are incorrect for the steal.
It is Daniel Baldwin.
1
That is
point.
correct. 1 point.
And
Big
I
steal.
fell off my chair for that.
That was a
massive steal.
huge steal. No longer can they catch him and tie up, and they just pulled ahead.
And
One
even
extra point.
after I eliminated Gummo off the list.
Unbelievable. You
Come on,
guys
the most popular
practically
You asked
gave
for
them that
multiple
one.
choice. There are only 4 Baldwins.
I don't know all the Baldwins.
You got to think about strategy. John Schnepp, not a reader of People magazine. Your next question, Mr. Schnepp.
No more Baldwin questions.
This definitely does not involve a Baldwin. It does involve a member of the Brimley family. Wilford Brimley plays the role of Blair in what John Carpenter fan favorite?
That would be called The Thing.
2 points.
That's correct. 2 points.
Back on the winning side, and they could really use one more correct answer, and luckily we have one more question for them to achieve just that goal. Your last question in round 2 to get within 3 points of the Titans known as the Deadites. Name the actor who portrayed Brain in Escape from New York.
That would be Harry Dean Stanton.
2 points.
Wow. Deep cut. Pulls it out. Look at that.
Bam.
And a fun fact, Escape from New York is actually the prequel to the Bruce Campbell classic Escape from L.A.
That's true.
That is the end of round 2, and we have a barn burner on our hands
Man.
thanks to a great performance by both the Deadites and the Boomsticks. It is 21-18.
Unbelievable.
Bruce, this is going into the last round now. Who do you see coming out on top?
Well, at this point, I think what's important is that they understand the necessity of the color commentator. The role of the color commentator is really much more important than the contestant. Because you'll be gone next week, I'll still be here.
Oh, we know.
Yeah,
That's true.
So it doesn't really matter either of them. If I showed favoritism, I would hear it on the set, and they're already very difficult to work with.
Very fair answer there, Riley.
It's honest and to the point. I like it.
But Bruce Campbell doing two things, dodging my question, also solidifying a permanent spot here on the announcer desk. So, well done right there. And what we
So
need
if we get canceled,
is
You're back here.
you come on back
We got
anytime.
a spot
I
for
think
you
should
right
have
here.
him just so we could read more answers as the host asking questions.
Okay.
That's original.
That's
Now,
a good one.
I'd come back for that.
Deadites, because you all are in the lead, you get to select your number first. Here's how round 3 works. It's very simple. Each team is going to give us a series of numbers that range from 1 to 20. It could be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5, 10. It could be 11, 13, 15. Whatever your 3 lucky numbers range from 1 to 20 are. Those numbers all correspond to a category up here at our answer desk. You're going to be answering questions from 3 different categories. Okay? So, Deadites, you can select your numbers first.
How many numbers do we pick?
3 that range from 1 to 20.
We're going to choose 1, 2, and 3.
oh my
Bold
God, that's so
strategy,
original.
Bruce.
That's just right
That's
off
so
the bat
original.
there.
Those are my lucky numbers. I hit them
Awesome.
on roulette all the time.
How did you come up with that?
I'm not telling you my strategy for my lucky numbers.
Let's see if the boomsticks
Get your
can
own.
come up with a higher count. What is the 3 numbers you would like to
18,
select?
19, and 20.
11, 17, and 20.
Okay,
All right.
there
They
we
change
go.
it up a bit.
Like the originality there. We are going to go to the boomsticks first for your first question. Your first question in round 3 is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And the last question is worth 5 points. As soon as
Way
one
too
team
much math.
is mathematically eliminated, the game is over and we will declare a winner. Deadites are not up yet. Boomsticks, your first category for 2 points. You selected number 11. That is in the category of Mr. Steven Spielberg movies.
So stressed out.
Is this written down or verbal?
Just verbal, you guys
Okay.
can get, but you guys don't need to weigh in on this. This is just for the boomsticks.
Okay.
And your question is, what is the name of Laura Dern's character in Jurassic Park? We just need the first name. We just need the first name. We will accept the last name as well. For 2 points, you have
Schnepp is writing.
5 seconds, 4, 3,
Dana is scoring
2, 1.
answers.
And we need an answer.
We wrote down doctor because we do not know
She
what it
is a doctor.
Doesn't that would be your first name, technically, doctor.
It's more of a prefix.
I'm
than
sorry,
a
what her
name.
credits, if you look it up, it's doctor whatever.
But we were looking for Dr. Ellie Sadler.
Yes,
is
Ellie Sattler.
the answer. So,
Can you, as a color commentator, sometimes I comment on the rules of the game. Can you split their rewards? One got doctor, one got the first name.
It was their question and they got it wrong.
Yes, they did.
Fair.
They did indeed get it
You know what?
wrong.
I agree with
Don't ever
Bruce
be a
Campbell on
referee.
this.
No points awarded, unfortunately, Schnapp and Ray.
We are winning fair and square, okay? This is not a cheat.
ladies and gentlemen,
my
if you're,
chair is
if
on
you're
that.
joining us
You're
late, not
winning
only do you have
because
a
your
great
partner's
matchup
feeding you
going
the
on right
answers.
now,
Running away.
Bruce Campbell's color commentary career is in jeopardy. Stay
It is.
tuned. Your next question
If
for
I come back,
the
I want the
boomsticks.
ability to change the fucking rules.
Okay. You're not the first person to make that statement. You selected number 17 for your 3-point question.
Yes.
That category corresponds to 1970s movies. 1970s movies. For 3 points, your question is, Ned Beatty, Ronnie Cox, Burt Reynolds, and John Voight all take a ill-fated canoe trip in what movie?
Squeal like a pig, baby.
We are tied at 21.
That is correct, Schnepp.
We are tied at 21 points. And now the action moves over to the Deadites because we will be asking your 2-point question. For that, we go to the semi-golden throat of Mark Yodi Riley.
There we go. You had the numbers 1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Category number 1 is in the category of Tom Cruise films. Tom Cruise.
Come on.
For 2 points, who plays the villainous arms dealer Owen Davian in Mission Impossible 3?
Philip Seymour
Hoffman.
Was it Philip Seymour Hoffman?
That is correct, Bruce.
That was to the Deadites.
That was
Bruce.
to the
No.
Deadites.
Sorry.
but,
I'm sorry, I was trying to
Your
concentrate.
movie trivia knowledge knowledge is pretty damn good, I will say, though.
The guy is good.
You notice I did make the triangulation. Tom Cruise, Philip Seymour Hoffman. They were in a movie together. They could have been in 2 movies together.
Do you want to switch and I'll do your job? You can be the competitor. That'd be fun. Let's do that. I think you really want to play the game.
You get on the winning team.
Get on the winning team, dude.
Fortunately, we do need to stick with the rules. It's not
Okay,
fair
but
to
he
the
knew the
fans
answer,
out there.
though.
So I
here's-
say we answer,
here's
ask
what-
another one.
Here's what we'll
Bruce.
do. As the closest
Bruce wants
thing,
us
Stop
to
trying to
lose.
change the rules, Dana.
as the closest thing to the commissioner on the desk, I'm going to give you another Tom Cruise question of equal
Okay,
challenge.
great.
And your question is, name a movie that features both Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz.
Night and day.
Oh, that's the wrong.
Oh, here's a big clue.
I know. Vanilla Sky.
He rides a motorcycle in it.
I said Vanilla Sky.
Yes.
Hey,
that's
that's correct. 2 points.
All right.
Here's the trivia question you really want. What Tom Cruise movie does he not ride a motorcycle in?
Legend.
No, the one with.
No, not true. In the
Mary
bloopers,
Maguire.
he does.
In the cocktail movie. What is it?
Cocktail.
Thank you.
The cocktail movie is known as Cocktail. We are now going to go back to the boomsticks.
What's
and
going on?
I want to set the table right now. If you're just joining us, on the movie Trivia Schmoedown Celebrity, we have come down to the final question for the boomsticks. If they get this right, we keep playing. If they miss it, then Team Deadites, Dana and Whitney, have won to ask. The last question to the boomsticks is none other than Mr. Answer himself, Bruce Campbell.
Mister.
The Partridge Family. No.
This is in the category
Sorry,
of
that's your playlist.
musical.
Yeah.
So-
That's what we play after.
Are we doing-
musicals. Just that question
that
right
one.
there. And I'll cover up the answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, the category is musicals. Who played Fantine in 2012's Les Mis? Who?
Remember, this is the question for the boomsticks. This is
which
this,
version of
this
Les
is this is not your question.
Anne Hathaway.
This is not your question.
The
John Schnepp got it.
John Schnepp got it. That's a big
John
get
Schnepp
right there.
got it.
Big 5 points.
So now we go back to the Deadites. You need to get at least your 5-pointer, but before we get to that, we will get to your 3-point question.
I feel like we won 5 rounds ago, but okay.
You selected number 2. Mark Riley will be asking that question for 3 points and a tie.
All right, guys, you ready? Number 2, in the category of classics. What legendary director of such classics as The Maltese Falcon and Key Largo also directed the 1982 adaptation of Annie?
I just saw this in the movie. Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. Yes.
I got it.
John
if they don't.
Huston.
That's correct for 3 points.
Bruce Campbell agrees that it is right.
The Deadites
Just saw
have
the movie.
tied the game.
Oh my God!
All comes down to this.
Wow.
So once again, you guys get the question right, then you guys win. If you get the question wrong, we move on to overtime. God, I hope they get it right,
I
Bruce.
hope they do.
Bruce, here's your question.
Wait, we don't
That's
get to
the
get
one.
Another question?
You do not get another question. For 5.
The category.
Gotta get it right. We haven't won yet.
I
The
know, but
category is westerns.
Oh God.
What was the third and final film to be released in Sergio Leone's legendary The Man with No Name spaghetti western trilogy? What was the third and final film in that trilogy? Sergio Leone. Long lingering close-ups of Henry Fonda's blue eyes. What?
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's the good, the bad, and the hey lady!
And your winner! By a score of 31 to 26 are the Deadites. Whitney Seibel, Dana DiLorenzo, taken.
And Ashley Slashy.
What do they win?
What a match. They win absolutely nothing other than the love and adoration of their fans.
Enduring respect.
Bruce Campbell, you have our enduring respect. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much, Bruce.
I had all the answers.
He knew the answers.
Actually did have all the answers. Make sure that you guys catch Ash vs. Evil Dead Season 3 on Stars, February 25th. One more huge round of applause from the throngs of dozens of people in our studio. Mr. Bruce Campbell, Dana DiLorenzo, and Ray Santiago. We'll see you back here, hopefully again, with Bruce Campbell.
Coming up at 11, horrible car crash.
How's it going, guys? If you didn't know about the Patreon, you guys have a chance to support the Schmoedown. Now, myself, Mark Ellis.
Well, that was a really fun match. Bruce Campbell, he's a national treasure. Yeah, this was a lot of fun to watch. Whitney Seibold came out on top. I can't wait for tomorrow's match. Mark Ellis taking on that evil guy, Jeff Snyder. I hope my boy Baby Carrots takes care of business. So, until next time, this is your boy C-Dub. If you like my reactions, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Christopher Woodburn. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Woodburn83, Facebook, Christopher Michael Woodburn. And if you do Schmoedown reactions, come join the MTS Fan Reaction League. It's a lot of fun. So until next time, peace.